Welcome back to the series Women in the Bible. Lady number 5, we have Abigail. I don't know what I feel about Abigail. Let me check. What do I think about Abigail? I think the lady, she had to do what she had to do. That's all I'm saying. That's Abigail. So who was Abigail? Abigail was married to a rich guy named Nabal. Can I call Nabal a guy or a man? Okay, she was married to a man called Nabal. Like at the time, the time when she lived, like being married to someone who was rich was actually a thing, right? Because remember at the time, women didn't have professions. Sometimes they couldn't even own property or have stuff like that. So who you married really mattered. So the fact that the Bible is documenting that she was married to a man who was rich, Nabal, I think that was a big deal. He was all that. Right, and they lived at the time when David was to be king, like around that time when David had run away from Saul and whatnot. So that was when Abigail was alive and well, married to Nabal. And then David met her while she was married to Nabal. So let's talk about some of Abigail's virtues. I don't know if I'm gonna say this, but yeah, this is something. Look, I feel like saying it in the most diplomatic way, but I'm gonna keep it raw. Let's do this. Okay, what are Abigail's virtues? She was wise and very decisive, and she asked the servants to go correct the wrong that her husband had done, like refusing to serve David and David's servants. Like this girl was like going against her husband, but to do something that was for a higher purpose. And I'm like, okay, was that kind of like being disloyal, or because it was for a man of God that made it right? I really don't know, but I think it was wise, right? Because imagine David could have killed her kids. I think she could have had kids, right? And Nabal and everybody else. So she really helped right there. She acted out of wisdom. This is one lady that I believe we can say she acted out of wisdom. She also could discern who David was, which is something awesome about this lady. Being able to sense who someone is before they rise to the place that they have to be in. Like being careful with how you treat somebody, because really you might never know who it is, right? Who someone might become. And her generosity. I believe that she didn't really give because she had abundance, but she gave because she was someone who was giving, okay? And then she knew how to apologize. I mean, her going to actually get her servants to take the food to King David and his man, future King David, to his man, and she coming in to apologize. I think that's a great thing. But the down part about her character, I don't know if it's a bad thing. Please let me know in the comments whether that constitutes a bad character or a good one. But I think doing something behind your husband's back, even if it was like correcting his wrong, I think you do it and then you go back to him and say you have corrected a wrong. I really don't know how someone should handle this, but doing something behind your husband's back doesn't really sit right with me. Tell me what you think about it, okay? So reflection questions, learning from the profile and the life of Abigail is when was the last time you really apologized for something you didn't do wrong, but it was for a family member, and you did it with such grace, okay? What is the one thing that, when last did you apologize for somebody, right? Just when was the last time you did like a really grand apology with gifts, the whole night? If you haven't done it, also say in the comments like, no, I've not done anything of that sort. And then the other thing is, what are the things that you have done recently for peace? Because I believe Abigail did what she did for the sake of peace, right? Okay. What was the last thing that you did for peace? And are you aware every now and then when you make decisions or you act in a particular way just because you want to maintain peace? And the last question, how do you express your type of generosity? Either from your lack, from your wealth, from your abundance, or whatever it is. I think everyone, you see, this is what I've noticed lately. People have things that they give easily. Other people give easily time, other people money, other people resources, other people like they're always like sponsoring people's schools, other people help others like start businesses, other people help people like buying them grocery. Do you know your generosity flavor, if I can call it that way? Like, what do you find easy to give? I know what I find easy to give. Yeah, I do know. But the question is, do you know what you find easy to give? And then at the end, we always do this all the time. Remember, ladies, don't forget to type out a question you would ask Abigail. But for me, I keep asking myself like, because later remember girl Abigail got married to David. My question to her would be, when you were being nice to David, like did you have it at the back of your mind that maybe you become the next wife? Like David killed the husband and then David married her and she agreed, like she was like yeah, and she got married to David. Like girl, did you have this planned out or what was really going on? Like okay, that would be my question to her. I hope she'd tell me the truth, right? So what would be your question to Abigail? Because that's what I want to know. But otherwise, we need to be generous. We need to be people that love peace, that pursue it, that actually facilitate activities that bring about peace in our community, in our vicinity. So until the next lady, this is me and Abigail. Lady A, actually I'm Amish, she's Abigail, so both of us are Lady A's. Until next time, bye.